In fact, it turned out that he had the same issue that I had, the science to arts switching. He was brilliant, and everybody thought he would do well, but deep down inside him, he knew that that wasn't his path. But he made that change, and then he told me, he said, "Uncle, I can't tell you how much this makes me feel, that you've been able to help me get this done." You know, those things are the things that I mean, they give me the fuel to keep doing what I do.
At home, in his time of solitude, he is building himself when he is not building others. This avid reader says his induction into the Mandela Washington Fellowship changed him as he changed the minds of others.
I spent 6 weeks in the beautiful city of Phoenix, downtown Phoenix, Arizona, one of the hottest places in the U.S. You know, but I learned so much, and part of the things I learned was that community service and volunteering is a big deal to Americans. You bring in your time to help somebody do something. They document everything. You know, so we spent, part of the 6 weeks we spent about 4 weekends volunteering in soup kitchens, you know, in community parks, you know, weeding grasses, you know, things like that. All of those things were documented. They made us, I understood the importance of you taking your time and doing something for another person. Which is, we do it here, but we don't document it. We don't think they are achievements. We don't think they are noteworthy. But that made me know that these things, these acts of sacrifice, these things are noteworthy. And then I wrote a whole lot down. And then the experience also helped me shift the mentality of my, you know, fellow compatriots from other African countries about Nigeria. Because prior to the point when we got there were certain views they had about Nigerians. Most of them were told that Nigerians were high-handed, that Nigerians had a way of dominating conversations, dominating things, you know, and that Nigerians were dishonest. But we were 5 in ASU, Arizona State University. The 5 of us shifted the narrative entirely from what our brothers and sisters from other African countries had about Nigeria. We showed them a different path.
This inspirational leader believes the complacency and indifference of his generation has deep roots in Nigerian family culture.
I remember, you know, growing up and visitors coming home with my dad or my mom. Then all of us, the kids, would have to excuse, you know, adults. I would all leave the parlor, the sitting room, and, you know, go elsewhere, go outside, go play or something like that. What the traditional Nigerian family has succeeded in doing, the average traditional Nigerian family, there are exceptions to every rule, has succeeded in doing is that we have instilled this thing into young people, into children, that your opinion doesn't really count. Your opinion doesn't matter. You receive and do as you're told. There's a place for that. I believe there's a place for that. And I also believe there's also a place where you tell a young person that you can be whatever you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. The sky is nothing. Can't even come close to being a limit for you. What that does for a child is that it helps the child understand how to manage expectations. It helps the child understand how to both honor parents and also be able to speak out when there's a need to speak out. As against the old traditional model of you are only to be seen and not heard. Your opinion really doesn't count.
Ikenna's dream to inspire others was threatened by a character trait which forced him to actively develop himself.
Growing up, I was not the outspoken type. I grew up as a shy and timid, young boy. It wasn't because I wasn't sure of who I was. It was just because my person then was, my philosophy then was don't rock the boat. So things that I ought to have spoken up, about, I kept them inside. Things I was supposed to have, pointed out, I kept them inside. In a bit not to rock the boat and not to get beaten. But getting to this point where I am right now, I have come to see, I've been able to build that into a strength, because I knew that if I would become a person of influence, then this thing has got to go. So I got resources, I got materials, I studied stuff. I studied a lot of things, read up a lot of things, rehearsed, to the point where I developed a strong sense of verbal confidence. Not the confidence that makes a person, just be all out there, but a confidence that is backed up by knowledge. Because knowledge takes frowning from a man's face. So I've been able to groom myself to the point where I can stand in front of anybody, I can talk to anybody, not disrespectfully, but with logical facts. So that was how I shifted that. I mean, I can't be a person of influence if there's timidity in the picture or shyness in the picture. I still am a pacifist. I don't like to rock the boat, but if the boat has to be rocked, I will rock the boat, but in a loving manner.
Leading by hard-working example, this emerging leader leaves his contemporaries with one parting thought.
I want to encourage every Nigerian young person. The strength to do whatever you want to do, the strength to be whatever you want to be, lies in you. Like the phoenix that rises from the ashes. We are rising from the ashes. It may look like, there's nothing working here. But just like the phoenix, we are rising from the ashes. And we are built for greatness. We walk among the great. We walk among the great. Things are looking up. But you just have to get the lens to see that things are looking up. Individually as a person, take responsibility for the life that you want. Scale your life up. Improve your outcome. And I'm not just talking about, having a whole lot of money in the bank. I'm talking about you becoming a person of value. Talking about you becoming a person who is synonymous with doing outstanding things. It can be done. It can be done.
As a man of many parts, Ikenna sees a bit of himself in all of those he assists. With each young person he leads, coming in full of their own unique gifts and passions, their placement is critical to their ultimate potential to create impact. Are we true to what we love? Are we true to who we are? What is that thing we would do for free? When our gifts align with our passion, we find our place of destiny in which we can improve the lives of others who need what we are uniquely able to provide. I am Ajuri Ngelale. Until next time, lead where you are, and followers will find you.